Hey everybody, and welcome to the second video in BBTV's Big Cartoony Week. I am so psyched about this week because I get to review all of my favorite cartoon movies and VHS tapes like this one. It's the Cartoon Network release of Scooby Doo's Halloween Hassle at Dracula's Castle. Now, I have a funny story about this video. Okay, so I picked this up from the thrift store, right? I think it was at Goodwill. I picked this up at Goodwill. I think last year. Yeah, it was last year because I watched it last Halloween. So I picked it up last year at Goodwill for Halloween. And, yeah, it has the original Cartoon Network box. This is the original Cartoon Network slip cover. This was released in 1996, so the original slip cover. But this is not the Cartoon Network release. This is not. Warner Brothers actually re-released this in 1999. So this is not the original Cartoon Network release, which is one of the reasons why I bought this tape, because the only other Cartoon Network themed VHS I have that's actually from Cartoon Network and Warner Brothers is the Powerpuff Girls Dream Scheme, which I have over there, which I have reviewed before. This would be my first official Cartoon Network release when they were owned by, as you know, Turner. So Turner owned them, and Turner released a number of Cartoon Network videos with the whole Cartoon Network video, thing going on. But when Cartoon Network got owned by Time Warner, then Warner Brothers took charge of all their past video releases. Just like, the same way with Nickelodeon and Viacom. Nickelodeon first made their videos from Sony Wonder, but then Nickelodeon got owned by Viacom, and Viacom either re-released the original Sony Wonder titles, or the Sony Wonder titles ended up just being extinct in general. And the same thing happened with the Cartoon Network video releases from Turner. You can still find some of them, mostly the Scooby Doo tapes like this, but a lot of the other ones, like I think there was a Yogi Bear tape, there was some original movies on the Cartoon Network video banner. Those you can still find on eBay, but if you're looking at thrift stores, you might need to keep your eyes peeled because they're kind of getting hard to find in person at thrift stores. But I was lucky to pick this up. I was kind of disappointed because this is not the Cartoon Network release, but the same content that was on the original Cartoon Network release is on the Warner Brothers reissue. So, this features 2 Scooby Doo episodes. The first one is from the 1980s Scooby Doo revamp, and that's basically the title of the video. It's Halloween Hassle at Dracula's Castle. And then the second one is a Scooby Doo show from 1979, and I find that one is a little bit better than the 80s version. I'm not trying to doubt the 80s. I mean, yeah, they were good times for video games, but for cartoons, they were kind of nah. And so this is kind of nah, because Hanna-Barbera was going through that phase that many cartoons went through in the early to mid 1980s. That phase. That early 80s phase consisted of A, numerous rip-offs and spin-offs of many popular culture, including cartoons about Fonz and the Happy Days Gang, cartoons about Pac-Man, and numerous cartoons about other toys that were manufactured at the time. Or B, cartoons that were based solely on the kid versions of already established cartoon legends, such as the Flintstones and the Muppets. This has been your guide to the early 80s cartoon phase. To sum that all up, basically it was the most baddest time to be a cartoon lover. Just face it, it was. I find the second one to be better. And you get a bonus tune. You actually get a bonus What a Cartoon short, which happens to be my favorite. That's the second reason I picked this up, because the What a Cartoon short that is on here is, well, you get 2 of them. You get 2 bonus tunes. You get Winsome Witch, which was a 1960s Hanna-Barbera short cartoon. I think Winsome Witch was in like the Adam Ant Show. I think it was either the Adam Ant Show or the Quick Draw McGraw Show. Either one. You get one of her shorts on here, the Winsome Witch episode. And then you get the world premiere What a Cartoon short, Blues Game, which is one of my favorites. As you know, I did a What a Cartoon commentary on that short, if you want to go check that out. But my favorite short is on here, as well as the Scooby Doo episodes are pretty good. I used to be the person that always hated Scooby Doo, because Cartoon Network's schedule, was filled with it, especially in, around the late 90s, early 2000s. They were doing Scooby Doo marathon after Scooby Doo marathon after Scooby Doo marathon, and then they came out with What's New Scooby Doo, and then they came out with more Scooby Doo movies, and then they kept rerunning those Scooby Doo movies. It was Scooby Doo mania, and then they came out with the live action Scooby Doo. I mean, people were falling in love with Scooby Doo again all of a sudden, and Cartoon Network was taking advantage of that, big time. And in the 90s they were too, and that's why they most of the videos that they released were these Scooby Doo tapes. And they're the most likely ones that you'll come across when you're looking up Cartoon Network VHS tapes, because they made a bunch of them. But I say the episodes are pretty good. The Haunted Hassle, obviously, the Mystery Gang haunts a haunted house, and at Dracula's castle. So they go to a party with Dracula and them, and Shaggy and Scooby are scared out of their mind, and they're trying to find a mystery. And the case of the Tar Monster, obviously, is the Mystery Gang, looks up the findings of the Tar Monster, and they have to find out who is the Tar Monster. Just basic Scooby Doo. Like I said, I like the second one better than the first one. To me, the second one is just more. It feels more Scooby Doo. The first one, it's okay, it's Scooby Doo, but to me, the second one has the second one is a little bit more humorous than the first one. And I know I can say that, because I did laugh a little bit more on the second one than the first one. But other than that, they actually made a mistake on the box. One of them, yeah, here we go. It says, Monsters and Werewolves spook Scooby, Shaggy, and Scooby Dumb at a haunted castle. Scooby Dumb is not in Haunted Castle at Dracula's castle. So yeah, typo. And I think there's another one too. No, that was it. Wait a minute. No, I thought, yeah, that was the only typo. Yeah, Scooby Dumb is not in, and I think that's the white Scooby Doo. No offense. Scooby Dumb is, I think, yeah, the white Scooby Doo with the red hat. But yeah, he's not in that episode. So Cartoon Network kind of screwed that up, but it's okay. And then you also get a fun fact about Scrappy Doo. Who cares about Scrappy Doo? Nobody even likes Scrappy Doo. But they put a fun fact on here about him. Did you know that Scrappy Doo, Scooby's nephew, likes to shout puppy power to fight off villains? Yeah, he really didn't have any power at all. That's why they took him out of the franchise. Anyway, this is Scooby Doo's Haunted Castle at Dracula's Castle. The Warner Brothers release. But this was originally a Cartoon Network video release. But it's a good video, has some good content on it. I hate the opening previews on it though, but I did upload them. But they're just bland. The previews are just bland on this re-release. The Cartoon Network original 1996 Cartoon Network promos were much better, but that's just my opinion. Go pick it up if you like Scooby-Doo, like myself. Go pick this up. It's pretty cool. Thanks for watching.